I've got the cranks, yeah, the last video or part or whatever, I got the crank in. Now I got all the pistons in, and everything plastic gauged out good. And I was putting the cam in, and I noticed something a bit different. I'll move you over here and take a look. Let's see if I can adjust this thing without having to take the clear off because my hands are somewhat oily. If you notice this second bearing, well, where the cam bearing would ride, it's been machined out, has holes drilled in it. Now the cam that came out of it does not have that. It's just a solid. They're all solid, and that's how the rest of them are. But for some reason, that one is not, and I'm not sure if that's an upgrade, update. I don't know. I actually set them side by side, lined up the pins, on the floor, and made sure all the lobes are facing the right direction. I was pretty sure that it's the same cam. I just was kind of surprised that they obviously found that they've got better oiling this way, or something. I don't really know. So anyway, I just thought I'd bring it up and show you that. Everything went together really good, didn't have any problems. So I thought I'd get the cam in, get the cam retainer plate in, and I'll start working on the slack adjuster for the timing set, get the bottom gear on, get the timing chain on. I'd really like to get that stuff done today. Took me a little longer. I had a little bit more cleanup on the pistons to do, not much. But you had to put all the rings on, clean everything up, get the bearings in, and like I said, then it's the thing about using plastic gauge is that takes a lot of time, to take everything, kind of half put it together, then take it all back apart, and then check it, and then put everything back together again. And doing everything twice takes so much more time. So anyway, I just thought I'd show you this. I'm not really sure if this is good or bad, or I don't know. So if anybody knows, you might comment on that. Like I said, that may be some type of an upgrade or an update that they found works better for some reason. But anyway, I'm going to go and get the front of this put together. May bring you back just to show you it's done. I did, like I said, I ordered this plate. I told you another video. I give you that part number. I'll give you the part number for the one that's for the older engines. And if you're interested in it, and that way I have it on video, so I remember what it is. I've got it on my phone. I got a picture of this one, and I got a picture of the other one. So just basically the part number, because I know which one's which, because I took two pictures of the other one, because I didn't like the one they had a kind of a paper over it, but it didn't make a difference. Anyway, that's where we're at, so I'm going to keep on going. Now, one thing I want to bring to your attention, because again, I've not done this before, so I kind of want to show you what I did. Number one is, to get this on, I was able to use the one I pulled off, the old one, and slide it on there, leave the teeth facing this way. And as you can see, that keyway doesn't stick out far enough because it's on all the way. And you can use that to beat that thing on all the way nice, even, because it fits on there like it's supposed to. So don't throw away all your stuff right away, all your old stuff. That's why my garage always looks like a bomb went off in it in here, is because I kind of keep everything until the project's completely done, in case there's a failure, in case I didn't know, if the part may not have been exactly the same, or whatever. So I know it's a mess. If you want to throw everything in a box or something like that, that's a good idea, but don't throw it all away yet, because some things are usable for other stuff. So you have to press that on, or try to beat it on with a hammer and hit your crank 4 or 5 times like I would do with a regular hammer. I was able to just use the old bottom, whatever this thing is. Anyway, real quick, you got to put this on before you put the top timing chain on. Obviously, you can put it on after you get this on, but one thing you do, and I didn't research this, it's just made the most sense. You can spring this. It's got a spring behind it, and I don't know if you're supposed to reuse these tensioners or not, but this one still has a lot of spring tension to it, and nothing is wore excessively on either one of the sides. So anyway, I was able to push this in a long way, and I stuck an Allen wrench in there. You can kind of see that there's a hole there, and what that'll do, I was able to do it myself, and it was not hard, but I mean, it was it was kind of tough. but I was able to push this thing over and slide that down in there, and that holds this tensioner over, so when you put the chain and keyway on, you get nice, or your chain in your top, your cam sprocket, or whatever you want to call it. But when you put the rest of the timing chain set together, it keeps that out of the way. You're not fighting it. So I just thought I'd show you that. Now, I mean, you can see that it's, you know, it's discolored more, but I mean, I can't, I hardly can feel that at all. So I just decided to go ahead and run it. They're not all that expensive. You can buy them as a set, you know, with the timing set also, and I just decided not to, because this one I knew had a lot of spring left in it, and it wasn't wore out that bad. So I just decided to run it. Like I said, I would be surprised if they get another 100,000 out of it, just for the simple fact that although it's had a transmission in it, the rear ends are notorious for going out of them, and then now it's going to have a motor, transmission, transfer case could also go bad. So, you know, I'm not, it's not that I'd put a life expectancy on the entire vehicle, but you know, I think this will last easily another 100 to 150,000 without any trouble. So matter of fact, I've seen some people even just eliminate those, just put a regular old timing chain on it. I've seen people just eliminate them altogether. I think I'm not saying it's a really good idea, but BMWs and those that's had chain drive, especially the long overhead cam stuff, you know, they've had tensioners like those. I'm sure Mercedes and those other ones do. That's been running overhead cam engines longer than we have. You know, always have a spring loaded or oil filled, spring loaded, whatever you want to call it, you know, chain guides or whatever. You know, plus it keeps, like I said, keeps tensioner, you know, tensioner on it. It's tension on it to keep the slack out of it. So anyway, all right, that's what I just want to show you real quick. I got that. I put that top, when I put everything together, I'll bring you back when I pull that out and I'll show you what it does. All right, timing set is on, and you can see, if I hold this steady enough, there's your crank mark, and right there is your cam. So, and I'm off. I mean, I turned it just a tad, but that's, you know, it's on, trust me. So as you can see, a little bit of slop there and right there. So what you do is you pull this out and fall down. It wasn't that bad, but I didn't expect it to do what it did. Anyway, so now that's got tension on that, and it took this slop up here on this side too. So that's basically, you know, that's it. It's not rocket science. The Gen 3s don't have them, at least not the ones I've had. So, you know, I've seen them on aftermarket stuff for Gen 1s for a long time. Kind of help out with, you know, with slop and stuff as they get older. But I've never had them on an engine that I was taking apart, you know, besides a BMW engine. But like I said, it was an overhead cam. It was a different setup. Anyway, this is where we're at. So I'm going to possibly mess with the oil pump a little bit. I need to get the rear main seal put in its that rear cover, and get the front seal put in the front cover, and I'd like to get those on today along with the pickup tube and the oil pan, but I'm just not sure that's going to happen. I don't even know what time it is now, but said some of this stuff took a little longer than I wanted to, so it's kind of the way it works. But I'll bring you back before I button everything up maybe, and if not, like I said, I've got other videos out there, and I know, you know, a bunch of other people now do too. So I'm pretty happy with what's going on so far. Nothing has surprised me or come up that just screams, man, I wished I'd done this or wished I'd done that. So, well, the president's calling. I gotta go talk to her. So talk to you in a little while.